There are moments in life that change everything. Moments when the truth is revealed and the world shifts on its axis. This is one of those stories. It's about a man who thought he knew his company inside and out until he saw it through someone else's eyes. The man's name was Roland Hayes. He was the CEO of a thriving retail chain called Everyday Essentials. Roland had built the company from the ground up, starting with a single store in his hometown. Over the years, he had expanded it into a nationwide brand, known for its affordable prices and friendly service. Roland was proud of what he had achieved, but deep down, he often wondered if he had lost touch with the people who made it all possible, the employees. One day, Roland decided to do something he had never done before. He would go undercover in one of his stores, not as the CEO, but as a new employee. He wanted to see firsthand how things really worked on the ground. He wanted to know the struggles, the challenges, and the triumphs of the people who kept the company running. Roland chose a store in a small town called Millbrook. It was one of the busiest locations, and he had heard rumors about some issues there. He disguised himself as a middle-aged man looking for a fresh start. He wore simple clothes, a name tag that said Ron, and a pair of glasses to hide his face. He looked like any other new hire. On his first day, Roland was introduced to the store manager, a woman named Tanya Riggs. Tanya was in her late 30s, with sharp features and a no-nonsense attitude. She greeted Roland with a quick handshake and a stern look. "Welcome to the team, Ron," she said. "We run a tight ship here. No slacking, no excuses." "Got it." Roland nodded, trying to blend in. He was assigned to work in the stockroom, unloading boxes and organizing inventory. It was hard work, but Roland didn't mind. He was determined to see things as they really were. As the days went by, Roland began to notice something troubling. There was an employee named Clara Martinez who seemed to be treated unfairly. Clara was in her early 20s, with a warm smile and a quiet demeanor. She worked as a cashier, but she was often pulled away to do other tasks, cleaning, stocking, even covering for other employees who were late or absent. Roland watched as Tanya barked orders at Clara, never giving her a moment's rest. He saw how Clara's shoulders slumped under the weight of the workload, but she never complained. She just kept going, doing her best to keep up. One afternoon, Roland decided to strike up a conversation with Clara during their break. They sat in the small employee lounge, sipping coffee from paper cups. "How long have you been working here?" Roland asked, trying to sound casual. "About a year," Clara replied, her voice soft but steady. "Do you like it?" Clara hesitated, then shrugged. "It's a job. I'm grateful to have it, but it's not easy." Roland leaned in, sensing there was more to her story. "What do you mean?" Clara looked around, as if making sure no one was listening. "It's just the manager, Tanya. She's always on me. No matter how hard I work, it's never enough. And the other employees, they don't help. They leave early, and I have to cover for them. But if I say anything, Tanya gets mad." Roland felt a pang of guilt. He had always believed his company was a fair and supportive place to work. But here was Clara, a dedicated employee, feeling overworked and undervalued. The next day, Roland witnessed something that made his blood boil. Clara was at the register, helping a customer, when Tanya stormed over. "Clara, why is the stockroom still a mess? I told you to clean it up an hour ago." Tanya snapped. Clara's face turned red. "I'm sorry, Tanya. I was helping customers. I'll get to it right away." "Excuses? That's all I ever hear from you," Tanya said, her voice dripping with disdain. Roland couldn't stay silent any longer. He stepped forward, his heart pounding. "Tanya, maybe I can help Clara with the stockroom. She's been working nonstop all day." Tanya glared at him. "Stay out of this, Ron. You're new here. You don't know how things work." Roland clenched his fists, but he held his tongue. He knew he had to be careful. If he revealed his true identity too soon, he wouldn't get the full picture. That night, Roland couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about Clara and the way she was being treated. He thought about all the other employees who might be going through the same thing. He realized that his company had a problem, and it was up to him to fix it. The next morning, Roland arrived at the store early. He found Clara in the stockroom, already hard at work. "Clara, can I talk to you for a minute?" he asked. She looked up, surprised. "Sure, Ron. What's up?" Roland took a deep breath. "I want you to know that I see how hard you're working, and I see how Tanya treats you. It's not right." Clara's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you for saying that. It means a lot." Roland hesitated, then made a decision. "Clara, I'm not who you think I am. My real name is Roland Hayes. I'm the CEO of this company." Clara's jaw dropped. "What? But why are you here?" "I wanted to see how things really are in my stores. And now I know. I'm going to make things right. Clara, I promise." Later that day, Roland called a meeting with all the employees. He stood in front of them, no longer hiding behind his disguise. "My name is Roland Hayes," he began, "and I'm here to tell you that things are going to change. Starting today, we're going to create a workplace where everyone is treated with respect and fairness. No more favoritism, no more unfair treatment. We're a team, and we're going to act like one." The employees erupted into applause. Clara stood in the back, tears streaming down her face. Roland kept his promise. He implemented new policies to ensure fair treatment for all employees. He promoted Clara to a management position where she could use her skills and dedication to make a real difference. And he made sure that Tanya was held accountable for her actions. In the end, Roland learned a valuable lesson. A company is only as strong as its people. And when you take care of your people, everything else falls into place. The moral of the story? True leadership means seeing the world through the eyes of others and having the courage to make things right. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining us on this emotional journey. Stories like these remind us of the power of kindness, courage, and standing up for what's right. If this story touched your heart, made you think, or inspired you in any way, let us know in the comments below. Tell us where you're watching from. And don't forget to share this story with others. Sometimes, a simple act of sharing can make a huge impact. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We've got more heartfelt stories coming your way. Until next time, remember, kindness changes lives. See you soon.